Okay, so today we're going to be looking at changing fractions to decimals. So when we want to change a fraction to a decimal, you need to complete the division. So how we do our long division and put it in decimal form. So recurring or repeating decimals, these are decimals that have a digit or a sequence of digits that constantly repeat. Because these go on and on and on and on and on forever, we need to show that it's recurring. So how we do that is we actually put little dots on the top of numbers. So for our examples here, to simplify our first one, 0.7666666666, how we would write that is this would equal 0.76, and we just put a dot above the 6. When we have the group over here in question 2, we put 0.76, and it is our 7 and our 6 that are repeating, so we put the dot above the 7 and the 6. And in our last one here, we've got 0.7658. This is the pattern that is repeating, and I put the dot over the 7 and the dot over the 8. So that tells me that between those two numbers, everything is repeating. So we want to change the following fractions to decimals. So we look at our long division. So we've got our 8 here, our 3 here, 0.0, because I don't know how long it's going to go. So 8 into 3 doesn't go, so I put a 0 here and a 1. That gives me a remainder of 3. 8 into 30 goes 3 times. That gives me a remainder of 6. 8 into 60 goes 7 times. That gives me a remainder of 4, and 8 into 40 goes 5. So our fraction up here, this one's going to equal the decimal 0.375. For our next one over here, we want to do our 20 is dividing into our 3. So again, we've got 20 into 3, doesn't go. Remainder 3. 20 into 30 goes once, remainder 10. 20 into 100 goes 5 times. So our decimal is going to be 0.15. Over here we've got 2/3. So we're going to put our 3 out here, our 2 here. So 3 into 2 doesn't go, remainder 2. 3 into 20 goes 6 times, remainder 2. 3 into 20 goes 6 times, remainder 2. So we're going to see that we're going to have a decimal that keeps going and going and going. So we can say that this equals 0.6, and we put that little dot there to say that it is a repeating decimal. For our second lot here, we have 9 divided into 7. So 9 into 7 doesn't go, remainder of 7. 9 into 7 goes 7 times, remainder 7. 7, remainder 7. 7, 7, 7, etc., etc. So we can say that this is going to equal 0.7, and that little dot again to say that that is a repeating 7. 4/5. Okay, so we're going to have 5 into 4, doesn't go, remainder 4. 5 into 40 goes 8 times. So our answer is going to be 0.8. We've got our 12 into 5. 12 into 5 doesn't go, remainder 5. 12 into 50 goes 4 times, remainder 2. 12 into 20 goes once, remainder 8. 12 into 80 goes 6, remainder 8. And again, we're going to have 6, remainder 8, etc., etc. So we can say that it will equal 0.416 repeater. Okay, going the other way. So if we want to change a decimal to a fraction, first what we need to do is we need to rewrite the decimal divided by 1. Then we multiply the top and the bottom by lots of 10 for every decimal point we have. So, and then we're going to simplify. So our first one here, we're going to have 0.23 over 1. So to get rid of this 0.23, we're going to need to multiply by 100, so 2 lots of 10. And we're going to need to do that on the top and the bottom. So we're going to have 23 over 100. And that's as simple as that one goes. We can't simplify that one down any further. Over here, we're going to have 1.469 over 1. We're going to multiply that by, we've got 1, 2, 3 decimal places, so we're going to need to have 3 zeros. So we're going to have 1,469 divided by 1,000, or we can say we're going to have 1 and 469 over 1,000. Again, that's as simple as that one goes. We can't simplify it any further. Okay, in C, we're going to have 0.0205 over 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, so we need to multiply that, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will have 205 divided by 10,000. Now both the top and the bottom here are divisible by 5. So if we divide 205 by 5, we're going to get 41. And if we divide our bottom section by 5, we are going to get 2,000. Over in D, we have 5.025 over 1. We're going to multiply our top and our bottom here by 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. That will give us 5,025 over 1,000, which will give us 5 and 25 over 1,000. Now 25 divided by 1,000, that will give us 1 over 40, because both 25 goes into 25 once, 25 goes into 1,000 40 times. Okay, our last two here, we have this one. So we're going to have 0.00004 over 1 times. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. So we're going to have to multiply that by 5 lots of 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to end up with 4 over 100,000. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 100,000 25,000 times. So that's going to be the fraction for that one. And last but not least, we have 9.92 over 1 times 100 over 100, because you've just got those 2 decimal places there, so 1, 2. That will equal 892 over 100, which equals 80 over. That will simplify down to 8, and 4 goes into 92 and 100. So when we put that in, we'll get 23 on the top and 25 on the bottom.